on an 8-0 run, and that's this game in a nutshell. And now the team with the best record out west is one win away from going to the Western Conference Finals.
The best record out west, the #1 defensive team in the NBA, and what did they rely on in the fourth quarter? Their defense. They shut Denver down. Denver scored 19 points in the fourth, but the 34 that OKC scored came off of their energy, their enthusiasm for getting defensive stops. And then SGA took over. He made big shots down the stretch. The Joker was making big shots. But I thought OKC's defense was the story tonight, particularly in the fourth quarter.
You know, Smitty, when I hear that, I think of this series, and there's something about the Nuggets going into the fourth quarter with an 8-point lead. And for OKC now, we've seen it consecutive games. They're able to step their defense up an extra level in that fourth quarter.
They do a great job. I mean, that pick and roll, Jamal Murray and Jokic two-man game, whether it's a dribble pick and roll or a handoff, they sometimes switch it because they get caught, but then also they come double. And then Isaiah said it earlier, when the ball is skipped to the open guy, the guy on defense, OKC, they arrive at the same time as the ball arrives.
Yes.
I mean, Lou Dort closed out one time, and I was in the back. I said, that's unbelievable because he was playing Jamal Murray. He got a switch, and the ball was skipped over, and he got to the corner the same time as the ball got there. Their defensive pressure and their Small's ability not to stop the Joker, not to be able to guard him, but not let him just get a free range or run to the rim. They battle him and make him make tough shots.
You know, and I hear that, Zeke, and I go, okay, so the Joker and Jamal combined to score 25 points in the third quarter. Then I look into the fourth, and yes, Nikola Jokic gets his 13, but Jamal Murray can't get those same looks. It just seems like the Thunder have that game plan to what Smitty is saying to, okay, we'll give it up in one quarter, but not the entire game.
Yeah, and your defense is only good enough as your ability for your weak side to help and recover. And what OKC does better than anybody else in the NBA right now, their weak side defense is able to help and recover. And consequently, a guy like Michael Porter, you know, who they really needed tonight to make shots, even though he's got the shoulder injury, you know, he's 1 for 7, only gets 2 points. Why? Because he can't get away, and then he's bothered with the shoulder. But the defense in terms of help and recover defense, that is the key. It's not about what you do on the ball. It's what your weak side defense is able to do in terms of being able to help and recover, because no one man can stop the Joker. And as we see, no one man can stop SGA.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 10 of his 31 points coming in that decisive fourth quarter. Here he is with Stephanie Redick.
Shai, here we are.
I mean, Nikola Jokic, 44, 15, and 5. But looking at that stat line, as crazy as this sounds, Zeke, it's actually kind of a winning formula against Denver this year. They are 5-7 when Joker scores 40 or more. Remember, during the regular season, he averaged 10 assists a game. In this series, only averaging 5 assists.
Yeah, and you know, we expected this game from the Joker tonight, and not only did we expect it, but he delivered it. But OKC was good enough to say, okay, we know what you're going to do, but we're going to rely on our fourth quarter defense, and we may not be able to shut the Joker down, but everyone else, we're going to give them a difficult time. And they did that. And that's what SGA was referring to in his interview also.
Nuggets interim head coach David Adelman at the podium now with his team facing elimination.
Coach, second straight game where shooting was an issue in the fourth with a lead. Is that fatigue? How do you explain it?
I mean, you can say it's fatigue. I think shot quality, too. I thought early in the quarter we did get really good shots. They didn't fall. And then late, their pressure got to us, and we were up against the clock a lot. So if it is fatigue, that's on me. You know, I'm deciding who's going to run it and who's going to be out there. So, you know, if guys were tired or had tired legs, that's the decisions I'm making. So I like the group that we had. We had a good rhythm there going to the fourth. And I thought we sustained it early. You know, and I had the 4 timeouts to stop the game a couple times in the first 6 minutes. We didn't have enough at the end. And the shot creation that when we did make it, it felt like every time we had a chance to go back up 12 or get back up 14, we wouldn't make the shot and they'd run out and make a basket or score in transition. So it compounded itself. We had great performance from Nikola. Just, have to have a few other guys have a game, which we can do in game 6, have full confidence in our guys.
David, a little related, but I think you guys have lost 3 of the last 4 postseason games when Jokic does not sit in the fourth quarter. Just curious what went into the choice tonight. Yeah,
it was my decision. I had a conversation with him. He felt good, and I was going back and forth with it. With the 4 timeouts, that was a big factor for me. You get 2 of those timeouts. If Mark calls one, that's 7 minutes of rest. The 2, 3.5, timeouts. So I felt comfortable with that. I felt like the momentum of the game was going our way, and he was, very sure of himself, wanted to play through him. I'll look back on it. I'll doubt myself because we lost the game. But keeping a guy out there that was 17 of 25 was extremely efficient, 5 for 7 from 3, at 44 of 15 and 5. So it was a decision that I made to leave him out there. I do not regret it right now, after a loss, but if I go back and watch the tape, maybe I'll have a different opinion tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously this is much more the Joker type of performance people are used to seeing as opposed to the last few games.
Right.
What do you think got him in a rhythm and allowed him to be himself tonight?
Yeah, he had better legs, and I thought the face-up jump shot always gets him going. If he makes one of those early, and he made the touch shots around the rim that seem like haven't been going his way lately, which is surprising because he's been so good at them for so long. Once you saw those go in, it just kind of unleashed everything else. The 3-point shot looked good. He found the offensive rebound, 6 offensive boards. That helps you get a rhythm too, just find easy baskets, layups, things like that. So good for him, but this is a really disappointing loss. The guys in there should be disappointed. It's a heavy loss, and we have to bounce back quickly to win game 6 and give ourselves a chance to come back, have a game like this, but finish it.
And then, in clutch time of your couple losses, you guys really did a great job bottling Shea up. Last couple games, he's been able to close.
Right.
What are you seeing there?
I thought our activity in the zone and the man wasn't good enough at the point of the pick. The running pick and rolls, trying to get him downhill. I didn't think our shrinks were as good as they've been the last couple of games. It's something we can watch and talk about. And I'll say this, give Lou Dort a lot of credit. We had a chance to, I wouldn't say blow the game over or out, but we had a chance. And when he made those shots to keep them.
Xin chào các bạn nhé, ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn cắt dán. Đây là cái máy chụp ảnh nha. Bây giờ mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn cắt dán.
Không chú này. Thank you.
làm tiếp con mình.
Không, lần to hơn giờ này kìa.
Nhưng mà làm thế là cũng còn phải chung nhiều lắm gì ạ?
Bộ này đẹp. Em không có tặng mặt tôi đấy. Nhưng mà kiểu cái đợt đấy em béo quá, em không ăn một tí không cái đợt không em thích bỏ hồng. Cái đợt đấy em béo mặc kinh lắm, cái đấy em gầy em chẳng làm. Anh kia mà đi chơi không nói.
Đó, nhưng mà các bạn lên nóng này. Đang đi nữa. Nè.